Hello and welcome to day 1348 of the 2028 Cricket World Cup. Today,
England have not qualified.
for the
Still not qualified.
for the Nottingham Port Butchers round robin trophy. No, it's to be fair, in a tournament where everyone's beating, we can't even say everyone's beating everyone because England aren't beating anyone.
No, they're not.
Where everyone else is beating everyone else, but England can't win a game.
Yeah.
Another shock. What would you say today's a shock?
The way Afghanistan are playing, no. I mean, they're fifth in the log, right? They've beaten England, they've beaten Pakistan, they've beaten Sri Lanka, and they lost to, who was it? Bangladesh.
Yeah, I must be livid about that.
Have I got that wrong? Yeah.
So yeah, another remarkable performance from them. I mean, they've played 6, won 3, lost 3. So yeah,
I tell you, who is a very, very happy man at the moment, and he is English. That is Jonathan Trott, the batting coach of Afghanistan.
Yeah. Did you see there was a thing came out? I don't know whether it was directly him that wrote it about the score, like what they wanted to be when they were chasing. And I think they were at all brackets. They were like within 2 runs of it or something, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
little small targets that he'd set them, or allegedly. You never know whether these things that come out in social media are true or not. But you'd like to believe them because it makes for a good story.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
I mean, he's been a revelation to their batting. I don't know, the run chase that they chased down that Pakistan score. They just looked so calm. They looked so calm today against Sri Lanka. They're just looking so good as a batting unit at the moment. Admittedly, okay, I was about to say it's been pedestrian bowling, but Pakistan's bowling is definitely not pedestrian.
No, I was going to say, they just, to be fair, they seem like a batting lineup who, if they're set between 2 and 300, they know exactly how they're going to go about chasing it. It'd be interesting if they got set a bit more than that, and all of a sudden those opening batters have got to go a bit harder, and we've seen that they're not necessarily great setting. But if you sort of say if their seamers keep, and what their seamers did do today from the highlights and stuff I've watched, the seamers keep them in the game. If the seamers can make it so the opposition don't get off to a flyer, then their spinners are sensational.
Mm.
Especially
they opened with Mujib again today, right?
Yeah,
so they opened with spin again.
Yeah, but if they're seamers, and like a couple of them, I think you see, the one guy's got the left arm has got 4 for today. Faruqi's got 4 for today, and looked like he bowled really well. Like Naveen or Hack, he looks like he keeps. If those two can get in the game and keep them bowl their sort of 10 overs or whatever, and keep them in the game, and the other guys just seem very good.
Yeah, I saw Mohammad Nabi bowl again today. His 6 overs for 33. I saw an interesting stat about him. Afghanistan have played 158 ODIs.
Oh, and he's played 154.
Mohammad Nabi, 153. That was unreal. I was like, that is an unbelievable stat for longevity of a career. He's missed 5 ODIs in the whole of Afghanistan's international career. I was like, that is
bonkers, absolutely bonkers when you think about it. But no, it just seems like you say, the bowlers seem to know exactly what they're doing. If they're allowed to bowl, which they were today, at the sort of Bangladesh, Sri Lankan opening batters didn't sort of try and go after them in any way, and then. Yeah, the spinners just come on and absolutely don't go for a run.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Rashid Khan seemed to travel a little bit again today, but I think he's bowling himself in the most difficult of times when he's trying to when the batsmen are going after runs effectively. So there's a couple of top edges and a big sixes and all of that. But yeah, I mean, he's leading from the front from that perspective, I guess.
And you can't really argue with that, can you? You can't really. That's what big players do. That's why it's why they're opening the bowling with Mujib, and it's why Rashid Khan's bowling probably more at death and in those kind of endovers when sides are going after him. But you even see like Naby's only gone at 5.5s. Right? If you're only going at 5.5 sixes, you're not going to be good chasing many, and they've shown that their batting lineup is very, very comfortable chasing in and around a run of ball, just under a run of ball.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, they were, the Afghanistan batting, they were 0 for 1 early doors. They, the first wicket, the left arm Mushanka, he took a wicket sort of first over of the game. So from that perspective, they were in with a shout. But yeah, I mean, Zadran and Shah just came in, or Rahmat, as everybody calls him, has just come in and said, I must be honest, I have to eat my words here. Hashmat, when he first started playing at the beginning of the tournament, I thought he was holding the bat the wrong way around. He looked class today.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, he didn't look great.
He literally, I was like, what the hell is this guy doing playing international cricket? But my word, he is now making me eat my words, which I'm happy to do. I'm happy to be wrong. But yeah, he had a fantastic performance today. You know what's really interesting is you look at the boundary count. There's not a lot of boundaries in there. There's just a lot of hard singles and twos.
Well, I think that's the thing about their kind of batting, isn't it? It's when what they're very good at is manipulating the strike, rotating the strike. They haven't got. I mean, yeah, we know Naby can strike a good ball, and Rashid Khan can strike a good ball, but their batters aren't really what you call. I mean, I can't remember which one it is at the openers. They can bang it, but if they don't have to, they don't seem to be doing that. And like, if you're only chasing 240, you haven't got to go out and bang it. You can just manipulate the ball. And
the guy that bangs it was Gubaz, and he was out first over the game. So
exactly,
he was smashed. hence they only won in the whatever it was, the 45th over, and not the 35th.
Well, yeah, but that's perfect, isn't it? You can see they've gone along striking at 69, 83, 78, and then Asmatullah, I'm not Amazi. He's obviously come in and struck it nicely, 73 off 63. But like you just say all the stuff we spoke about before, giving themselves a chance of getting to a competitive score.
Yeah,
I've been really impressed with them. They're the team, a team that does seem to have a plan. They're no limited, but they do seem to have a plan.
Yeah, and that plan is working because now they're in 5th place, only 2 points behind Australia, and a huge game tomorrow with Pakistan and Bangladesh playing each other. And in the nicest possible way, Bangladesh could do England a favor by beating Pakistan tomorrow. But I don't know if you saw the news today, Robbo, that some news has broken out about Pakistan, and allegedly, they haven't been paid in 4 or 5 months. And there's a bit of a dispute going on, which I guess,
which is understandable.
When you're in a global tournament, when you're in a global tournament, things are on your mind, right? You don't want to have to be worrying about, am I going to get paid? Am I not going to get paid? I mean, it's pretty disappointing to hear that.
And I mean, surely this is a worry for everything moving forward. Talk about the Champions Trophy that England aren't going to be at in 2 years' time. That's obviously going to be, supposed to be held in Pakistan.
Yeah.
What state is the Pakistan Cricket Board? And this is, for me personally, could not be happening at a worse time, because we've seen for the last almost 20 years there's been next to no cricket played in Pakistan just after COVID. You saw Australia go in there, England went there for a one-day series. I think South Africa have also been there, and they've sort of seen it. It's taking cricket back to Pakistan, and now this kind of thing happens. What is that? What does that actually mean? I mean, that might do England a favour in terms of qualifying for the next one, because if there's a country that can hold a tournament at short notice, it is England. So
does that mean they automatically qualify even if they're not in the top eight?
I'm pretty sure the ECB are probably currently paying the old Pakistan board not to pay them. Oh no, look, they can't hold the tournament there. We have to have it in England. Oh, go on then.
It's just disappointing to still hear things like that going on there in Pakistan, man. It's, thought we'd passed all of that. And then you see the leaked WhatsApp messages coming out from Babar Azam to, I forget who it was. I didn't really read into it too much because sort of try and stay away from all of that stuff. It was just disappointing to see, and disruption for the Pakistan guys, considering, well, mainly considering I had them in the top 4. Not really worried about anything else. I just, I earmarked them for the top 4, and they're not going to get there by the looks of things unless they start playing a bit better cricket.
You'd say they need to win the next 3 games and have results go the right way with New Zealand and Australia, don't you? So, I mean, otherwise, Australia looked like they're coming back into form. India looked ridiculous.
Unbeatable.
I mean, Mohammed Shami. I was thinking this yesterday, Eug. I know you and John were doing the podcast, and so I was just thinking about little things in my head. I was like, if you were to pick a team of the tournament so far,
Mohammed Shami's played 2 games and he's in it.
And he's in it. I mean, he's almost first name down. Because the rest, there's all questions on. There's been 2 or 3 opening batters that have done all right. You look at 3 to 5. You could have a decent debate about that. I was going through like the leading wicket takers, and Zampa and Santner at the top, which is fair enough. But I think he's got 7 wickets in 2 games.
Yeah, I think hasn't he taken 2 four-fers? He took 2 four-fers, I think. Hang on, no, he's got a 5-fer. No, he's definitely. Oh, you put him on the spot here now. I'm interested. I'm sure he's got to be up there in terms of most wickets, and he's only played 2 games, as you rightfully say. So yeah, Mohammed Shami's got 9 wickets. So he's got a 4-fer and a 5-fer.
Popped.
Yeah.
How you thinking, Hardik Pandya? You're not getting back.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And Thacker, how he got into the side in the first place still baffles me.
Well, but yeah, they look good. I mean, I know we should be probably doing a bit more of a review of the game today, but Afghanistan made it look like that easy. There's not really a lot to talk about.
Yeah, no, totally agree. It's one of those where I think a lot of events have happened too. I mean, it was interesting seeing Owen Morgan post some stuff today, and I know we spoke about it last night, and I know you mentioned it in the WhatsApp group today, but it's interesting Morgan saying that. But I think that the ECB got something wrong by releasing the central contracts during the middle of a World Cup. It's like, David Willey's not even on there. How does he feel? He's currently bowling his heart out for England. He doesn't have a contract with them.
Well, and this is another thing where I think what we spoke about before, about that little disconnect that there seems to have been. There seems to be a lot of questions to be asked in terms for England about what's being done, how it's being done. I mean, Matthew Mott's come out saying he doesn't know what's wrong, which, I mean, the fact that you can't see their batting's gone to shit is a little bit worrying.
Yeah.
And then
I suppose where I was going with it is, look, there's external factors that are taking away from the cricket game here in Pakistan and in England.
Yeah.
And I think that's got to have a huge effect on people's mindsets when they're playing cricket. I don't want to make excuses for the guys, but when your mind's clear and you're not worrying about external factors that are going on, etc., then you play your best cricket. So from my perspective, I think I'm giving both Pakistan and England a way out here, specifically England for that matter. I think they've had a bit of a tough ride. Also, how they didn't know that they needed to come in the top 8 to qualify for the Champions Trophy baffles me too. So.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't even think it would have entered their heads there. It's basically the start of the tournament, would it? I mean, you'd like to think that that's not the kind of the motivation for them to win the next 3 games. But, other than the fact we've been a shambles. I mean, for me, there's just a couple of bits of, like you say, disturbing news coming out from the cricketing world. That I don't. You kind of thought we were past a little bit. Or you hoped we were. But,
well, let's hope Pakistan and Bangladesh get back on the horse tomorrow.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the best England can hope for with that is a tie. But do they do ties anymore? There is no such thing as a tie.
Yeah,
is it?
I think they do. Each 1 point, yeah. I mean, arguably you'd want Bangladesh to win because they're on 2 points, the same as England, and Pakistan are on 4. So you ideally don't want Pakistan to get any points, if I'm honest. Because then at least you've got the opportunity to, I guess, beat Bangladesh.
Tie with them and end up on a slightly less negative run rate.
Or more boundary count.
Hey, we won a World Cup on that. But having said that, we're going to be nowhere near at that, are we? I mean, good Lord, have you watched us bat?
I don't want to bring it up, but I saw the top scorers of the World Cup, and it goes Quinton de Kock 174, England 170. Oh,
Yeah, and then it's like 4
yeah,
scores in there at the England thing.
exactly. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
And
at least we can laugh about it now, because
what choice have we got?
Done.
What choice have we got?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about that done, isn't it?
Yeah. Short and sweet one tonight. Talk a little bit about congratulations to Afghanistan on their wonderful result.
Yeah.
Quite easily beating Sri Lanka today.
A far more established team, that you would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And on to tomorrow. The World Cup, the never-ending story that is this 2023 Cricket World Cup. It's just a day, being the slogan in India. It's a lot of fucking days, isn't it?
I feel like Big Brother, day 27.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had 2 exciting days and the rest have been shite. We need a Nasty Nick or someone else character to come in. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who's on tomorrow. It'll be one of us two with Jono probably. But yeah, I will speak to you soon. Thank you, listeners.
That's it.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.